n is odd, then this in is reduced to I1. That's why we have two case for this in equal to n minus 1 upon n minus 3 upon n minus 2, n minus 5 upon n minus 4. The last term is I0 if n is even. If n is even. And another case, if in is odd, if n is odd, then in equal to n minus 1 divided by n minus 3 divided by n minus 2, and continue. The last term is I1. The last term is I1. Now, please, in above formula, we have two unknown I0 and I1. I0 and I1. In equal to integration sine raised to 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to nx dx. So I0 equal to 0 to pi by 2 sine 0x dx. Sine 0x dx. 0 to pi by 2 1 dx is equal to x 0 to pi by 2, and result is pi by 2. Result is pi by 2. That means value of I0 is pi by 2. And the same manner, I equal to integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 1x dx. Integration of sine is minus cos x 0 to pi by 2 equal to minus cos pi by 2 plus cos 0. Cos pi by 2 is 0 plus 1 and equal to 1. Therefore, I1 has value 1. I1 has value 1. And calculating these two values of I0 and I1, we have last formula, and that one is sine 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to nx dx is equal to n minus 1 upon n minus 3 upon n minus 2, n minus 5 upon n minus 4 up to pi by 2, 1 by 2 into pi by 2 if n is even. If n is odd, then we have this formula n minus 1 upon n minus 3 divided by n minus 2, n minus 5 divided by n minus 4 up to 2 by 3 into 1. This is a reduction formula for sine raised to nx dx. Now, this way we get the reduction formula for sine raised to nx dx. Now, we can continue this process for cos raised to nx, and by analogously we can develop the integration of cos raised to nx dx. And after the development, we get the same reduction formula as we develop for the sine 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to nx. We got this similar formula for cos raised to nx. 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to nx dx is n minus 1 upon n minus 3 divided by n minus 2, n minus 4 divided by n minus 4 up to 1 by 2 if n is even, and odd if n is odd, we have the same formula which is reduced to 2 by 3 into 1. Now, some important result. These results will helpful to solve integration problems based on reduction formula. These are some standard integration method. First result is 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. In the second result, integration minus a to a fx dx, then its value is 2 times 0 to a fx dx if f is an even function. Even function means f of minus x equal to fx. And 0 integration minus a to a fx dx has value 0 if fx is an odd function, f of minus x equal to minus times fx. And the last formula 0 to a fx dx is equal to integration 2 times 0 to a fx dx if f of 2a minus x equal to fx, and 0 if f of 2a minus x equal to minus fx. We will see how can we apply these results to find the or to evaluate the integration based on reduction formula. Just we are trying to apply to evaluate integration 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to 8x dx. Integration 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to 8x dx. Here n equal to 8. Here n equal to 8, which is even. So by using the reduction formula, we have n equal to 8. Result is n minus 1 upon 8, means 8 minus 1 divided by 8 into 8 minus 3 divided by 6. That means 8 minus 2. 8 minus 5 divided by 8 minus 4. 8 minus 7 divided by 8 minus 6. And last term is pi by 2, which is I0, and I0 we already calculated, which is pi by 2. That's why our result is 7 by 8 into 5 by 6, 3 by 4, 1 by 2 into pi by 2 3 2s are 6, which is 35 divided by 8, 16, 64, 128 and 256. The result is 35 divided by 256 into 5. In this way you can apply the reduction formula to find the integration of cos raised to 8x dx, where 8 has a very big power. Now second example. In this second example, we are trying to evaluate integration 0 to pi 1 minus cos x cube dx. Integration 0 to pi 1 minus cos x cube dx. 0 to pi 1 minus cos x, we have one trigonometric identity, and 1 minus cos x is equal to 2 sin square x by 2. So we can write here 2 sin square x by 2 cube dx. X by 2 cube dx is equal to 2 raised to 3 0 to pi sin raised to 6 x by 2 sin raised to 6 x by 2 dx. For this example, we cannot direct apply the reduction formula because the upper limit is pi. Upper limit is pi. In the reduction formula, the upper limit is pi by 2. So we have to convert this integration in a such way so we get the upper limit is pi by 2. Therefore, here we have to assume x by 2 equal to theta. This implies dx equal to 2d theta. The limit of x is 0 to pi. So the limit of theta x equal to 0. Here x by 2 equal to theta, so 0 by 2 equal to theta, therefore theta equal to 0. That is the lower limit. For the upper limit x equal to pi, substitute pi here, pi by 2, that means theta equal to pi by 2. Therefore, theta has limit 0 to pi by 2. Substitute all this value in the above equation. We have I equal to 2 raised to 3 integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 6 into theta dx equal to 2 theta is equal to 2 raised to 4 integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 6 theta d theta, sine raised to 6 theta d theta. So 2 raised to 4. Now it's a standard form of reduction formula. So we can use a reduction formula to evaluate this integration. Here n equal to 6 and which is even. So result is 5 by 6 into 3 by 4 into 1 by 2 and pi by 2. 1 by 2 and pi by 2. This 3 2s are and 2 raised to 4 is cancelled. Now result is pi by 2, 5 by 2 into pi. Therefore result is 5 by 2 into pi. Now in the next example, 0 to 1 x raised to 7 divided by square root 1 minus x square. 1 minus x square. To evaluate this integration, we have to use substitution rule. I equal to 0 to 1 x raised to 7 divided by square root 1 minus x square dx. In the 12th standard, we learned that if any integration has this form a minus x square, so for that integration we have to assume x equal to a sin theta. X equal to a sin theta. Here a equal to 1 minus x square, so we have to assume x equal to sin theta. We have to assume x equal to sin theta. So assume, suppose x equal to sin theta, so dx equal to cos theta d theta. X has limit 0 to 1, so theta x equal to 0, that means sin theta equal to 0 and theta equal to 0. Sin theta is 0 when theta is 0. Upper limit x equal to 1, 1 equal to sin theta. Sin theta has one value when theta is pi by 2. When theta is pi by 2. That's why this integration is now integration 0 to pi by 2 x equal to sin theta, that's why sin raised to 7 theta divided by square root 1 minus sin square x into sin square theta into sin theta cos theta d theta. Dx equal to cos theta into d theta. 1 minus sin square theta equal to cos square theta, that's why square root of cos square theta is cos theta, that's why this 1 minus sin square theta is cancelled with cos theta, and we have 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 7 theta d theta. 7 theta d theta. Therefore, I equal to integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 7 theta d theta. Here. Now, in this example, n equal to 7, which is odd. 7 is any odd number, that's why this result of integration by applying the reduction formula. The result of integration is 6 by 7 into 4 by 5, 2 by 3 into 1. 3 2s are 6 is equal to 16 divided by 35. 16 divided by 35. Okay, finish. Okay. Here we have solved 3 examples in which we can see how can we use the reduction formula to evaluate integrations. In some example, in the last example we have seen that x the example 0 to 1 x raised to 7 square root 1 minus x square dx is not in the standard form, but we can, using the supposition method, we can convert into the standard reduction formula. Similarly, we have reduction formula for some other functions where trigonometric function are where integral are the product of trigonometric functions. Here integrals are integration 0 to sine raised to mx sine raised to m x dx into cos raised to n x dx. By using same method of integration by parts, we can develop the reduction formula for sine raised to mx into cos raised to nx dx, and we get this result: sine raised to mx x cos dx equal to here integration sine raised to mx into cos raised to n minus 1x into cos x. Okay, just look at here. In the second step, we can rearranging the terms cos raised to n minus 1x into sine raised to mx into cos x dx. The bracket part can be considered as a v in the integration by